to E-Town News, जहां आपको मिलेगा डेली डोज ऑफ बॉलीवुड न्यूज, फैशन ट्रेंड्स, टीवी एंड सोशल मीडिया से जुड़े हर अपडेट. A show which gives you the day's lowdown of all the best happenings in the world of glamour. तो इंतजार किस बात का? Let's take a look at today's headlines. Saif Ali Khan flaunts his cooking skills. Janhvi Kapoor imitates her uncle Anil Kapoor. Shilpa Shetty and Shetty dish out major sister goals in their latest pic from London vacay. Husband duties के बाद सैफ अली खान ने की कुकिंग. करीना कपूर खान अपनी फ्रेंड के साथ कर रही हैं चिल. जह अली खान भी मॉमी करीना कपूर खान के साथ दिखे. सैफ अली खान ने किचन में अपनी कुलिनरी स्किल्स की शोकेस, तो करीना कपूर खान ने अपनी फ्रेंड अलेक्जेंड्रा गैलिगन और यंगर किड जह अली खान के साथ किया पोज. करीना कपूर खान और सैफ अली खान की लंदन वेकेशन खत्म होने का नाम ही नहीं ले रही और एक बार फिर दोनों के लंदन हॉलिडेज से सामने आई हैं कुछ न्यू पिक्चर्स. इन फोटोज को अलेक्जेंड्रा गैलिगन ने अपने इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरीज पर शेयर किया था विद अ कैप्शन chilling whilst Saif Ali Khan is hard at work in the kitchen. जिसके बाद करीना कपूर खान ने भी इसे अपनी इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरीज पर रीशेयर किया. इस ग्रुप सेल्फी में करीना कपूर खान अलेक्जेंड्रा गैलिगन और उनके हस्बैंड के साथ पोज कर रही हैं. एंड लिटिल जह अली खान इज सिटिंग ऑन हिज मॉम करीना कपूर खान्स लैप. करीना कपूर खान की फ्रेंड अलेक्जेंड्रा गैलिगन ने सैफ अली खान की कुकिंग करते हुए भी एक पिक्चर अपने सोशल मीडिया पेज पे शेयर की है और इसे उन्होंने कैप्शन दिया The perfect Sunday with Chef Ali Khan cooking up a storm in the kitchen for us. Delicious. एक और पिक्चर जो अलेक्जेंड्रा गैलिगन ने पोस्ट की है वो रेस्टोरेंट की है where they dined with their other friends including the Big Bang Theory's Kunal Nayyar. बता दें सैफ अली खान और करीना कपूर खान लास्ट मंथ वेकेशन के लिए लंदन गए थे, जहां करीना कपूर खान अपने हबी सैफ अली खान एंड किड्स के साथ तो क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड कर रही हैं, लेकिन साथ ही कपूर फैमिली के मेंबर्स के साथ भी वो एंजॉय करती दिखी. आप देख सकते हैं लंदन में करीना कपूर खान एंड सैफ अली खान recently joined Kareena Kapoor, her kids Samaira and Kian, Aunt Reema Jain, Nitasha Nanda, Neetu Kapoor, Riddhima Kapoor, her husband Bharat Sahani and daughter Samara as they all celebrated Neetu Kapoor's birthday with a lunch. इस दौरान सैफ अली खान also took Taimur Ali Khan to show around his boarding school, Winchester College, Andreas Campomar. इस ट्रिप पर सैफ अली खान को उनके एल्डेस्ट किड्स सारा अली खान एंड इब्राहिम अली खान ने भी ज्वाइन किया था. आपको बता दें करीना कपूर खान और सैफ अली खान दोनों अपने अपने वर्क कमिटमेंट्स को रैप अप करने के बाद इंग्लैंड के लिए रवाना हुए थे और लगभग 2 सालों के गैप के बाद अपनी फेवरेट डेस्टिनेशन पर हॉलिडेज के लिए जाना करीना कपूर खान और सैफ अली खान के लिए काफी रिफ्रेशिंग रहा है. और इस बात का अंदाजा हर दिन वायरल हो रही सैफ अली खान करीना कपूर खान की इन पिक्चर्स से लगाया जा सकता है.
Now I have a sharp jawline, the Kapoor jawline.
क्या जानवी कपूर ने अपनी शार्प जॉ लाइन का उड़ाया मजाक? जानवी कपूर बवाल की शूटिंग में बिजी हैं. जानवी कपूर के फनी अंदाज को उनके फैंस ने किया लाइक. जानवी कपूर ने अपने चाचू अनिल कपूर को किया मिमिक.
Like Anil Kapoor, my chachu.
जानवी कपूर ने बताया कपूर्स की शार्प जॉ लाइन के पीछे का सीक्रेट.
Now I have a sharp jawline, the Kapoor jawline.
जानवी कपूर रिसेंटली अपनी अपकमिंग फिल्म बवाल की शूटिंग कर रही हैं, डायरेक्टेड बाय नितेश तिवारी एंड को-स्टारिंग वरुण धवन. इस बीच उन्होंने अपने कुछ फनी वीडियोस इंस्टाग्राम स्टोरीज पर पोस्ट किए, जिसमें शी अपीयर्ड टू बी इन अ मेकअप वैन सराउंडेड बाय हर टीम, जो उनका मेकअप भी कर रही है और जिसे जानवी कपूर ने रिकॉर्ड किया. अपने इन क्वर्की मेकअप ट्यूटोरियल्स को शूट करते वक्त जानवी कपूर अपनी शार्प जॉ लाइन पर जोक करती हुई भी देखी जा सकती हैं. इसके साथ ही जानवी कपूर ने यहाँ अपने एक्टर चाचू अनिल कपूर को मिमिक किया. She said,
Post the mascara, we start contouring. because I had one too many ice creams yesterday. So this is how we cut my double chin. Now I have a sharp jawline, the Kapoor jawline. Like Anil Kapoor, my chachu.
जानवी कपूर के ये कैंडिड वीडियोस उनके फैंस को काफी पसंद आ रहे हैं and Janhvi Kapoor's fans couldn't get enough of her. In the comment section of a post shared by one of her fan clubs, one person wrote, Janhvi Kapoor has such a wicked and dark sense of humor. Love her. Another person added, her personality is everything. बता दें जानवी कपूर की अपकमिंग कॉमेडी क्राइम फिल्म गुड लक जेरी 29 जुलाई को रिलीज होने वाली है और ऐसे में मौका मिलते ही जानवी कपूर अपनी फिल्म का प्रमोशन करती हैं। इसके अलावा जानवी कपूर के पास मिस्टर एंड मिसेस माही है अलोंगसाइड राजकुमार राव एंड नेक्स्ट शी विल स्टार इन हर फादर बोनी कपूर्स प्रोडक्शन मिली, अ रीमेक ऑफ हेलन व्हिच विल फीचर सनी कौशल इन द लीड रोल। शिल्पा शेट्टी की इस खुशी का क्या है राज? शिल्पा शेट्टी ने अपने कुछ सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट्स में किया रिवील वो इतनी ज्यादा खुश क्यों हैं। शिल्पा शेट्टी और उनकी फैमिली की पिक्चर्स और वीडियोस सोशल मीडिया पर हुई वायरल। एक्ट्रेस शिल्पा शेट्टी अपनी पूरी फैमिली के साथ लंदन में छुट्टियां मना रही हैं और रिसेंटली शिल्पा शेट्टी ने अपने और वियान के इस वीडियो को शेयर किया जिसमें इनकी हॉलिडेज की एक्साइटमेंट को साफ देखा जा सकता है। शिल्पा शेट्टी ने इस वीडियो को शेयर करते हुए लिखा, "Our mood ever since we left the city." ये शिल्पा शेट्टी और उनकी फैमिली के लिए मच डिजर्व्ड ब्रेक है क्योंकि उनके हस्बैंड राज कुंद्रा की कंट्रोवर्सी में फंसने के बाद पूरी फैमिली को काफी वक्त तक ढेर सारी मुश्किलों का सामना करना पड़ा था। वैसे शिल्पा शेट्टी की हर मुश्किल की घड़ी में उनकी सिस्टर शमिता शेट्टी उनके साथ नजर आई और यही वजह है इनका सिस्टरली लव अक्सर देखने के लिए मिल जाता है। शिल्पा शेट्टी ने अपने लंदन हॉलिडे से शमिता शेट्टी के साथ इस पिक्चर को शेयर किया है जिसमें ये अपने फैंस को मेजर सिस्टर गोल्स और साथ ही फैशन गोल्स देती नजर आ रही हैं। Shilpa Shetty wore an animal print dress. On the other hand, Shamita Shetty looked pristine in a white dress. They looked cute as they posed together. वैसे अभी तो लंदन वेकेशन की ये शुरुआत है। शिल्पा शेट्टी सोशल मीडिया पर अपने फैंस को फुल ऑन एंटरटेन्ड रखती हैं। ऐसे में एक्सपेक्ट किया जा सकता है कि शिल्पा शेट्टी कुछ और इंटरेस्टिंग पोस्ट्स अपने फैंस के साथ जरूर शेयर करेंगी। मूविंग ऑन, बात करें शिल्पा शेट्टी की प्रोफेशनल लाइफ की, तो शिल्पा शेट्टी रोहित शेट्टी की कॉप यूनिवर्स सीरीज में काम करने के लिए सुपर एक्साइटेड हैं। और शिल्पा शेट्टी ने रिसेंटली अपने एक इंटरव्यू में कहा था कैसे उनका बेटा वियान उनके डिसीजन से काफी खुश है। I told my son that Rohit Shetty has offered me a role and he jumped and he said, Mama, you have to do it for me. When I saw the excitement on his face, I was so happy. I always tell Rohit, this is something I did for him. Well, शिल्पा शेट्टी इस वक्त अपनी प्रोफेशनल और पर्सनल लाइफ दोनों में है काफी खुश, लेकिन अभी भी शिल्पा शेट्टी के हस्बैंड राज कुंद्रा मीडिया लाइमलाइट से हैं पूरी तरह से दूर। It seems राज कुंद्रा को चाहिए फिलहाल और थोड़ा वक्त।
Hello and welcome. I'm Parul Sharma and you're watching Zoom TV. Today's guest is the lovely Prachi Desai. Hi Prachi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Taking you back to the start. You quit your studies at the age of 17 and started your career in television with Kasam Se. I would imagine it must have been scary and daunting, like as a prospect for a young girl to sort of dive into showbiz at such a young age. Do you kind of remember what your state of mind was like at the time?
So I will be honest, I was just very, very young when, when I think the acting bug bit me and I just always imagined being an actor. I was really little at that time. And of course, at that point, I didn't know how, what, when, and, any of that. But yes, in high school, I think when this opportunity came by, I just couldn't I was just really thrilled, I couldn't have been happier. Yeah. It didn't occur to me that, whether television, whether films, what, nothing of that sort. But all I knew is that a girl out of nowhere is getting this huge opportunity to be like on a prime time show. And of course, I mean, I had no experience. I had nobody from the family who sort of had any kind of experience or anything. So there was no plan, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the role was, whatever the opportunity was, it's either you take it or leave it. And I had to take it. So what if I was playing like, I don't know, someone much older? I
Then
didn't.
someone much older also.
Yeah, that too. Oh my god! But yeah, I think it was a great start, an unconventional one, but such a rewarding one. Oh my god! But to be honest, I mean, being on set was so scary at that point because I
Yeah.
knew nothing about facing camera, facing light. These are all like alien terms.
Right.
It was rocket science. Okay, it was rocket science. I mean, what do? You're supposed to learn the lines and you're supposed to act and you're supposed to remember your mark and where you're standing, where you're walking, what you're doing. Oh my god, it was a
Yeah.
lot. I think it was something that I always wanted to do, and it was just so
Right.
interesting, exciting to me that I kept observing all the people around me, like all of my co-stars, and they were all experienced people. So it was really like my school there. I learned
Yeah.
everything that I could in that short period of time. Yeah.
You were basically a fearless teenager, is what I have gathered.
Apparently, yeah.
You did leave TV at the absolute peak of your career. I think you're very much one of the most beloved actors we've had on TV, and that is saying something because you were literally only working there for 2 years, right?
That's so sweet.
Looking back, are you content with like the decision of leaving at the peak of your career? Or do you ever wish that you had sort of stuck around for a little longer, see where it could have taken you, or just seen how big your stardom could have gotten?
Um, I think to begin with, for the 17-year-old that I was, who started out with TV, um, I think none of that was anyway imagined. So
Yeah.
whatever happened and the kind of fame that we shot up to and everything, um, I mean, I never imagined that in the first place. So I think that itself was a very huge deal for me. Um, I feel like whatever happens, it works itself at the right time on its own.
Right.
Because I had done TV only for 2 years, but uh, it already was feeling like a bit of a burnout because as a
Right.
teenager, it was a lot to do. It was really hectic. It was too much work, and
Yeah.
I think for me it was important to kind of now do something different, but more than wanting to do something different, because it wasn't a conscious attempt or an effort. This just came to me, and I think it was so important to embrace that opportunity at that time, because I mean I didn't know what other opportunity was going to come if I let this go.
Right.
Um, but yes, there were some other projects that I said no to because they did not just feel right. But this one just felt like. Let me be honest, Dil Chahta Hai was like my favorite movie growing up. Um, all of them were incredible in it. Like Farhan Akhtar was my favorite director at the time.
Yeah.
Preeti Zinta was my favorite actress, and I was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm gonna act with the director of Dil Chahta Hai." I mean, come on, who's gonna let that go?
Yeah.
So I think that it kind of like worked itself out at the right time.
You've also addressed how initially, and this is from some of your previous interviews, where you kind of talked about how earlier Bollywood didn't take television actors too seriously, and it was sort of a waiting game to see what fell into your lap, what came, what would come eventually after you did that
Yeah,
first thing.
yeah,
I would say the last 8-9 years has seen a few actors sort of make that leap and get some huge projects, whether it's Sushant Singh Rajput, Moni, even Ankita Lokhande to an extent, right? Have your
yeah.
thoughts on that acceptance changed by now, like being someone who made that leap herself and who's actively working in Bollywood?
Oh, absolutely. I think at the time around when I got my debut film, that was a huge surprise for everyone. So everyone's reaction to that was of big surprise, obviously, because
Right.
nobody could wrap their heads around a 19-year-old on television, getting an opportunity like that. Because before that, we only had a few names. I think to remember, at least at the top of your head. For me, I mean, I remember Vidya Balan. I remember
Yeah.
Shahid Khan. And of course, after I made my debut, a couple of years later, it was Sushant who did amazingly good work. And then there was Yami, there was Ayushman, and there were so many more. So I feel like that one opportunity was needed. That door uh, to be kicked open
Yeah.
was needed, and if I was the one, then I mean, amazing, sure, why not? Somebody had to do it,
Yeah.
first. And then I think when people got comfortable with the idea or confident about the fact that, oh, these guys can deliver, and the audience is open to watching them and all of that, whatever those calculations were, I don't know. But it's just amazing that all of these deserving actors, today are doing incredible work regardless of what medium it is.
They came from. But do you feel somewhere still that we're kind of far away from acceptance because the names are there, but they're far and few in between, right? There's not so much of sort of intermingling, and there's not so much of work that
Yeah.
we do see television actors doing. So do you think we've reached where we should be in terms of acceptance, or is there still a long way to go?
I wouldn't say that only for TV actors.
Right.
I would actually say that um, if Bollywood starts casting more relevantly, then everyone's going to do it.
Relevantly.
Yes.
Love it.
You just you just need to cast who is relevant for your film and for your role. It doesn't, I don't think stardom, what medium you come from, who's your friend, who's not your friend. I don't think all of these things should matter. So I think if you stick to like casting more relevantly, like I said, then it's going to be great for everyone. Then there's going to
Right.
be more fair.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure, and good luck for everything ahead. Can't wait to do this again in person and soon.
My pleasure, for sure, Parul. I'm so looking forward to seeing you too.
Coming up on the show, Shahid Kapoor's unseen family pictures with father, wife, and kids stunts the internet. शाहिद कपूर और उनके मिनी सन जैन के साथ पिक्चर्स हुए सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल। शाहिद कपूर और जैन की पिक्चर्स हुई सोशल मीडिया पर वायरल। शाहिद कपूर एंड फैमिली की अनसीन पिक्चर्स आई सामने। शाहिद कपूर और उनके सन की अनसीन पिक्चर्स को फैंस काफी पसंद कर रहे हैं। सना कपूर की शादी से आई शाहिद कपूर एंड फैमिली की पिक्चर्स को फैंस ने जमकर प्रेस किया। इस पिक्चर परफेक्ट फैमिली की पिक्स को सभी ने पसंद किया, लेकिन इन पिक्चर्स का बेस्ट पार्ट रहा शाहिद कपूर और जैन की ये खूबसूरत तस्वीर। The father-son looked striking as they twinned in black sherwanis for the special occasion. वैसे जहां तक इनके लुक्स की बात करें तो while शाहिद कपूर was seen dressed in a black sherwani with ivory colored trousers, मीरा राजपूत white साड़ी में नजर आईं। Their elder daughter Misha looked absolutely gorgeous as she was seen dressed in a white lehenga. वहीं अगर जैन की बात करें तो he twinned with his father as he wore a similar hued sherwani as him. हाल ही में शाहिद कपूर ने एक इंटरव्यू में बताया था कि वो जब से डैड बने हैं तब से ज्यादा कॉन्शियस हो गए हैं। He confessed that he has become more conscious about the choices he makes as an actor after being a father. Once you're married and have kids, you realize that is where life begins. Everything just converges. There is a thrust, focus, and clarity in every sphere of life. I have felt that shift and I am grateful for it. आपको बता दें कि शाहिद कपूर बहुत जल्द अपना OTT डेब्यू करने वाले हैं, वो भी फिल्म फर्जी से, डायरेक्टेड बाय राज नेदी मोरू एंड कृष्णा DK फर्जी एक कॉन आर्टिस्ट की कहानी है who gets pulled into the murky high stakes of a con job and a fiery task force officer on the mission to rid the country of his nemesis.